Through two playoff rounds, the Minnesota Timberwolves have won decisively, winning both series in 5 games. While Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle are rightfully getting plenty of credit, Jaden McDaniels has also been making a huge difference as well. I'm going to take a deeper dive into McDaniels' game to show how he's making an impact for the Timberwolves on both ends of the floor and why he'll continue to be an essential player for them going forward. McDaniels isn't best known for his offensive game, where in 3 years as a full-time starter, he's scored just under 12 points per game. Though through two playoff rounds, he's averaged over 15 points a game and has been very efficient in the process. While this may seem unexpected, there were signs of growth late this year. From February through the end of the regular season, McDaniels averaged 14.6 points across 34 contests. During this stretch, the Wolves are also playing some of their best basketball, as they went 22-12 in this time and were 5th in the NBA in net rating. At 6'9" with the ability to put the ball on the floor and create his own shot, Jaden can be a mismatch for many defenders. This is especially true when playing in a Timberwolves lineup where Edwards and Randle can put pressure on opposing defenses. Between this and playing against smaller teams the first 2 rounds, McDaniels' ability to create for himself has been on full display, particularly when attacking closeouts, as he's made 55% of his 2-point attempts off spot-ups so far these playoffs. As Anthony Edwards catches the ball, you could see the Lakers are in a zone here. For reference, McDaniels is out on the right wing. After passing it back to Mike Conley, you could see a second defender rotates to the ball, and now not only is a second defender on the ball, but Luka Doncic, with his assignment, is currently closer to Rudy Gobert and would have to make up a lot of ground getting back to Jaden, who is now open. Conley recognizes this and swings it to Jaden, who looks to get downhill immediately while Luka recovers. Now look what has unfolded as he turns the corner. Gobert is sealing off LeBron, and an undersized Lakers team now has no resistance at the rim. As a result, this leads to an easy dunk for Jaden. This possession starts with Anthony Edwards operating out of pick and roll, and McDaniels is trailing the play at the bottom left of your screen. Ant gets downhill, and as he's around the left elbow, notice that the threat of him getting in the paint has drawn 3 defenders, as Jaden is now open on the right slot. Edwards passes him the ball, and now McDaniels is being defended by Buddy Hield. Hield actually had a nice showing defensively this postseason, but in this instance, he's giving up nearly half a foot in size. Jaden works downhill and creates separation off the spin. Now look what has unfolded. There are 4 Warriors defenders with a foot in the paint, but multiple defenders have to account for the potential lob to Gobert. As a result, Jaden can get into his shot with little resistance and hits the floater. On top of that, McDaniels has also shot 42% from 3 on his attempts coming off spot-ups so far these playoffs. Jaden offensively has also been doing the little things for the Timberwolves. He's been effective scoring off cuts, has been scoring out in transition, and has been making a huge difference as an offensive rebounder. This one in particular is important, as in the playoffs, creating extra possessions is essential. So far, McDaniels is averaging just under 2 offensive boards a game and is a major reason why the Timberwolves lead all remaining playoff teams in offensive rebounding percentage, and has also scored 8 baskets directly off of these offensive rebounds. Named to an all-defensive team last year, McDaniels has everything you'd want in a wing defender in the modern NBA. He has the size, length, and movement to defend various positions, and has the timing and instincts to alter passing lanes or block shots. Jimmy Butler gets the ball here, defended by McDaniels, and Trace Jackson-Davis comes over to set a screen. While the Warriors try to create the switch and get Gobert onto Butler here, it doesn't happen, though Jimmy tries getting downhill. However, Jaden sticks with him stride for stride, and as they get deeper into the paint, Butler tries to create separation near the basket, though McDaniels doesn't bite, which leads to a highly contested shot that ends in a miss. While the Timberwolves await their opponent as the Thunder and Nuggets series goes to 7 games, McDaniels has plenty of experience defending notable players across both teams. Jaden is defending Jamal Murray here, and Murray immediately goes to use the screen set for him in the left slot. McDaniels goes under it, but you can see Nikola Jokic is preparing to set a screen near the top of the key. Murray uses it, and while McDaniels works through the screen, it could appear Jamal has a step on the defender here, though this is where Jaden's length and movement come into play. With Julius Randle in drop coverage, Jamal is looking to get into a floater off the dribble here, though Jaden covers ground and blocks the shot out of bounds. From the same game, Aaron Gordon gets the baseline out of bounds pass, and Jaden is defending Michael Porter Jr. in the right corner. Gordon makes the pass to Jokic, and while it's deflected, Jokic recovers, and now the Timberwolves' defense is adjusting on the fly. As Jokic gets in the paint, notice that Gordon is now looking to cut to the basket. So if you look towards the right corner, you'll notice McDaniels is watching this unfold. As a result, he quickly rotates over to deflect the pass. Unfortunately, the ball bounces right to Jokic, who now has a wide open Michael Porter Jr. in the corner, and McDaniels has to recover quickly. However, by the time MPJ gets the ball and is getting into his shot, look who is already airborne. It's McDaniels, and he hangs in the air to block the three. With the Thunder's struggles shooting from three these playoffs, opponents have been playing a lot of zone defense against them. By NBA standards, that could be 15% of possessions, though McDaniels in his one season of college basketball at Washington primarily played zone, so this wouldn't be unfamiliar territory, and the Wolves did play some zone against the Thunder this season. As Shai Gilgeous-Alexander crosses half court, you could see the Wolves are in a 2-3 zone. And notice how as Chet Holmgren is moving over to set a screen, that Jaden isn't moving with him. Shai passes it to Alex Caruso, and this is where McDaniels comes into play. If Nickeil Alexander-Walker rotated to help on the ball, that could lead to a potential open corner three. Instead, Jaden gets there quickly to cut off a potential drive. As a result, Caruso, who isn't a great shooter off the dribble, settles for a tough shot over McDaniels that's well short. The other notable thing is that from a net rating perspective, no Timberwolves rotation player has made the same impact as McDaniels these playoffs. The Timberwolves this postseason are outscoring opponents by nearly 13 points per 100 possessions when he's on the floor. That's the highest among the 8 Wolves who have played 100-plus minutes these playoffs. Though what's most telling is that this is the case regardless of who he shares the floor with. Of the Timberwolves' four-man lineups that have played together for 20-plus minutes so far this postseason, Jaden is in the 6 pairings with the highest net rating. While it isn't flashy, what McDaniels has done the first 2 rounds of these playoffs for the Timberwolves has been essential. He's a threat to shoot from 3, but is taking advantage of matchups given to him by attacking closeouts, can score without plays being run for him, and is making a big impact on the offensive glass while being a difference maker defensively. At the time this will be released, we don't know who the Timberwolves will face in the Western Conference Finals. Though McDaniels sustaining this level of play will be a huge factor in if the Wolves make their first NBA Finals appearance in franchise history. If you made it this far, thank you, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on my in-depth analysis throughout the 2025 NBA playoffs.